And a good morning to you, and it's a big event happening on April 24th. We are talking Beautify Me Vancouver. So this morning we are here at Lure Salon. We're going to learn a little bit about why they are raising money, and with that, we're also going to learn a great way to update your ponytail, make it a little bit more fun. This morning on BT. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And a good morning to you, and we are here on How at Lure Salon, where we are having a lot of fun this morning. We are doing it all for a great cause. Beautify Me Vancouver is a big event that's happening on the 24th. But before we get into that, I gotta understand, you said there's a great way to update our ponytails.
Well, this is a fun way to add a splash of color to our ponytails. It just changes the ambiance of it. It's a great spring, summer look. Fun, exciting, great for grad, great for red carpet.
So we're basically adding a little color to our ponytail, and we're prepping our models to give people a little preview of what they can expect at Beautify Me Vancouver. Right. Tell us about that event on the 24th.
Well, it's going to be a big event. We're hosting it at the Pacific Fairmont, Pacific Rim, and it's going to be starting at 6:30 p.m.
And we're raising money for what?
For the Hematology, clinical research for the Hematology and Leukemia Foundation for VGH.
And of course, it's a great cause. This is the second year that you're holding this event, and Kimberly, there's a real personal reason why you're raising money for that cause. Why?
In 2010, my uncle, the co-owner of Lure Salon, was diagnosed with leukemia. And as I saw him in the hospital and the amazing care the nurses gave him and provided, and all the knowledge that they provided for both him and the family, I really wanted to give back. So I got the salon together, and I talked with Linda, and I really wanted to host something. So we started with Cut for the Cure, and now it's huge, and it's going to be very exciting this year, and it'll be great.
It will be great, and we're just giving people a little taste of what's to come on the 24th at the Fairmont Pacific Rim. Beautify Me Vancouver. All the information at luresalon.ca. Jody and Riaz. Coming up next, we will meet Dan, Kimberly's uncle, and we're going to find out a little bit more about the event and the kinds of things you can expect on the 24th. And we got some great looking models here, courtesy of Lure Salon, as they get ready for Beautify Me Vancouver. So imagine the ultimate in recycling, setting your hair with magazines and lifting your cheekbones without surgery. Oh, it can happen. Stay with us. We're going to show you how. Coming up next on BT. We'll be right back. You're saying we can set our hair using old magazines.
I know, is that great? It's a very democratic way, isn't it? You can recycle old magazines, replace it with what we used with rags before, so now we can just update it by using magazines.
So she's curling, and then at what point do you put the magazine in?
So you heat up the curl,
okay,
and then you heat it up, and then you set it with the magazine.
So you just let it sit there like that.
You let it cool off with the magazine.
I love it. What a great way to recycle our magazines. Now, of course, in the last segment, you showed us a little bit of a way to update our ponytail look with adding color. You have an even better update for us now.
Well, yeah, this is not the final look for the show, but we're just playing around, just give you an idea what could happen. So yeah, we're working with this to update the ponytail, but by adding color that Vu has done, using Goldwell. They've been amazing support for us. And then, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do this and do a little do here, actually.
I love it. I'll let you continue to work with that. Charisse, you're saying we can lift our cheekbones without surgery.
Yes, you can, by contouring. So anything that's dark will recede. So if we go a little higher than her natural cheekbone, we can see here that by just contouring, we've now given her quite a lift and add dimension to the face.
That's wonderful. Now, Dan, of course, we've learned a little bit, obviously, about Beautify Me Vancouver. It is a fundraiser. You're specifically focusing on raising money for research. Why is that so important as a survivor for you?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in the hospital, I realized the only reason why I'm still around and I'm responding to treatment is because of all these other people before me, and all the researchers and all the good work that the doctors have and the nurses have done prior to me getting sick. So I really wanted to make sure, from this point on in my life, that I do something to give back. And I think research is the answer for most illnesses, right? So.
Well, it's wonderful that you're doing that. Of course, Lure Salon is hosting Beautify Me Vancouver, happening on April 24th. More details and tickets, you can go to luresalon.ca. We've been focusing on makeup and hair. Michelle, coming up next, we're going to add a little fashion and jewelry to the mix. We show you the finished looks coming up next on BT. Stay with us. We'll be right back. as we get ready for Beautify Me Vancouver happening on April 24th, and we've been talking makeup, we've been talking hair, now we're adding fashion to the mix. But first off, Dan, let's talk about what you've done with our first model hair-wise.
So Katie here, we gave her like a bit of, you saw the set, the magazine set. So we gave her the bombshell, undone bombshell look.
I can't believe you did that with setting with magazines. Unbelievable. Let's talk fashion, Linda. What are we seeing right now?
Well, our beautiful models here are in Catherine Reguer dresses, evening gowns, they're gorgeous, gorgeous gowns. And the jewelry is from Fryville. And the jewelry is, I want to say, the Hope Collection.
Okay.
From Fryville.
Beautiful. Let's talk about our next model. We, of course, did the very colorful ponytail there, Dan.
Right. See, Rachel, we went for a little bit more haute couture. So we did a do on her, and it's elegant, chic, a little bit of a geisha-ish kind of thing.
And speaking of chic, let's talk fashion for that, Linda.
With her evening gown, we thought we'd put something really elegant, beautiful, fresh, something for spring and summer, something that has a real statement to it.
Gorgeous.
Simple but elegant.
Gorgeous, and I love the jewelry with it as well. Beautify Me Vancouver is happening on the 24th. What can people expect from the evening?
Great dance performances.
It's going to be an amazing evening with great fashion, silent and live auction. It's going to be so much fun, and it's just an evening of raising money for a great cause.
Excellent. We are going to be learning a little bit more about what that cause is. Coming up in the last segment, some gorgeous fashions and a great event. If you'd like to support it, you can go to luresalon.ca. Beautify Me Vancouver Riaz happening on April 24th. That's right. Beautify Me Vancouver is a big event happening. It's a big fundraiser for cancer research. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that event, what you can expect on April 24th, plus the updated Beehive. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks very much. Yeah, we've been at Lure Salon all morning long here on How, as we get ready for Beautify Me Vancouver, which, Dan, is a big fundraiser for what?
That's a clinical research trial for VGH and UBC Foundation.
Wonderful, and there's going to be a big event that's happening on April 24th. We've been talking fashion, we've been talking hair. Tell us a little bit about the look you've created for her hair.
So Katie here, she's wearing Rick Owens from Botchies. So we wanted to give a rock and roll feel. So we updated a beehive look, a windswept beehive.
And so it's a little bit more modern in that it's not quite as big and...
It's not as big and it's not as neat.
Excellent. Now, of course, Dan just briefly touched on the fashion she's wearing. Tell us a little more detail, Linda, about what Katie's wearing.
Well, Katie's bag is from Celine, and her shoes are Heider Ackerman.
Gorgeous. And of course, she's been styled by the lovely Tracy as well. And this is a beautiful rock and roll look. Let's go now to Rachel, who we've talked about her beautiful updated ponytail. Of course, there are the color highlights in there, which, by the way, is not her hair dyed.
No, it's extension. It's we bought real hair extensions and we've been dyeing it this week.
Gorgeous.
For the show.
And Linda, tell us a little bit about what she's wearing.
Well, Rachel is in a Roland Morey dress from Boboli, and her shoes are Valentino.
Excellent. Now, there are some great auction items. Dan, tell us briefly about the big one you want to push here.
We have it's really exciting. We have a 4-day package to Palm Springs, and this amazing property where where celebrities have stayed at, like Whitney Houston to Drew Barrymore and Cam Diaz. They've all stayed there.
Excellent.
It's a beautiful property.
It's a beautiful property.
Lots of great things happening. Beautify Me Vancouver happening at the Fairmont Pacific Rim on April 24th. The goal, Riaz, they want to raise $150,000. Again, it's all for the clinical research. Thank you so much to Lure Salon for having us out here this morning. Just a few of the looks. It's actually just a sampling, actually. It's going to be a huge event happening on the 24th with things a little more extreme, very haute couture.